To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run the option on third and short yardage. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On first down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now it's Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Montgomery running right. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 33. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Fields. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action. It's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here's Fields.
He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Herbert will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now Lance. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Following the fumble recovery, Fields got an open man. It's Pringle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
First down for Byron Pringle, and he's a smart gamble by the Chicago Bears. They saw a guy put up 568 yards last year, and he was buried in Kansas City's depth chart. They do believe his ceiling is much higher as a full-time starter, so they brought him in a one-year deal to see if he's a long-term answer for their team.
From the 27,
Fields.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's Fields.
He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it with Montgomery. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin here in the opener at Ford Field. Philadelphia getting the season started up.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Fields.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Running left, Montgomery. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
81 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
6 sacks for Eric Armstead last season, his 7th with the San Francisco 49ers. As others have stepped in to help him with the pass rush, he's been able to make his presence felt in other ways with a new career high in overall tackles.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Fields. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. One play action. Fields.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lance going to hold on to it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. Onto the field now come the Bears. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Fields.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Second and 5 now.
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on second down, Lance. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Set, hut, 45, wide.
From midfield, here's Lance. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance looking to throw it. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. Flush to his right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Come on, set, yellow, 22. I got you. Mike, 53.
On first down, Lance. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Set, ready, 33, yellow.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he is going to have the Niners first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel
taking it in from a yard out.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Let's go, D. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it'll bring up third down.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing on third down, Fields. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Lance now on 1st down.
His throw incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Down. Black. 95.
Let's go. 53's the mark. 53. Check.
And they'll go for it. Lance, and looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
To throw, it's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing after the interception. Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 12, Lance. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll do it for us. For my partner,